Welcome back to Podslice Hub, where we transform life's toughest moments into stories of growth, resilience, and hope. Today, we're diving into a topic that hits hard: breakups. If you've ever felt your heart shatter, your future crumble, or your confidence waver after a relationship ends, this episode is for you. We've distilled the wisdom from 5 world-class love experts featured on Jay Shetty's podcast On Purpose to bring you 10 transformative takeaways for navigating a breakup. Then, we'll weave their insights into a storytelling journey that'll leave you inspired to turn your heartbreak into your greatest pivot. Grab a cozy drink, settle in, and let's make this pain a stepping stone to your next chapter. Here are the 10 key takeaways from the episode, your roadmap to healing and thriving post-breakup. 1. Breakups are grief, not just loss. A breakup isn't just losing a person, it's grieving the future you imagined, the daily intimacy, and the version of yourself you were with them. Therapist Lori Gottlieb reminds us that breakups trigger the stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, which aren't linear but deeply personal. 2. Closure comes from within. Waiting for your ex to explain why they left often leads to a spiral of frustration. Gottlieb emphasizes that closure isn't something they owe you. It's a gift you give yourself by accepting the relationship's end and focusing on your healing. 3. Acknowledge the value of what's lost. It's okay to mourn the little things, the inside jokes, the shared routines, the comfort of someone knowing your quirks. Recognizing the depth of this loss, as Gottlieb suggests, validates your pain and helps you process it. 4. Choose your support circle wisely. Not all friends are equipped to support you through a breakup. Gottlieb advises seeking out those who validate your grief rather than demonize your ex, helping you focus on healing rather than resentment. 5. Shift from self-blame to growth. Matthew Hussey warns against turning a breakup into a self-critical spiral. Instead of asking, "What did I do wrong?" ask, "How can I grow from this?" Reframe the pain as a chance to discover new strengths. 6. Pain is a teacher. Hussey compares heartbreak to chosen suffering, like going to the gym. The pain you didn't choose, like a breakup, unlocks unique gears of resilience and wisdom you wouldn't have otherwise. 7. Let go of the right person, wrong time. Myth. Stefan Speaks and Hussey both debunk the idea of right person, wrong time. If someone doesn't choose you, they're not right for you. Period. Clinging to this fantasy keeps you stuck in a science fiction story. 8. Communication breakdowns signal the end. Speaks highlights that if your partner refuses to communicate or work on the relationship, it's time to let go. Staying in a one-sided effort only delays the inevitable. 9. Heal from your past, not just the breakup. Speaks stresses that unhealed childhood trauma or past relationships can cloud your partner choices. Healing from these deeper wounds clarifies who's truly right for you. 10. Embrace the 30-day detox. Mel Robbins advocates for a 30-day no-contact rule to break the addiction-like craving for your ex. Avoid their social media, voice memos, or photos to reclaim your power and focus on the future. Picture this. It's a rainy evening, and Sarah sits alone in her apartment, the glow of her phone illuminating her tear-streaked face. She's scrolling through old texts from her ex Jake, each message a dagger to her heart. 2 years they'd spent building a life, shared coffee runs, late-night talks, dreams of a future with a little house and a dog. But 3 weeks ago, Jake walked away, saying, "I just don't see us going anywhere." No explanation, no closure, just silence. Now, Sarah feels like she's drowning in grief, questioning her worth, wondering if she'll ever love again. But tonight, something shifts. Sarah stumbles across a podcast episode, 5 Love Experts, and as she listens, a spark of hope flickers. Let's walk through her journey, guided by the wisdom of these experts, as she transforms her breakup into her greatest pivot. Sarah starts with Lori Gottlieb's words ringing in her ears. A breakup is grief. She realizes she's not just missing Jake, she's mourning the future they planned, the daily texts, the comfort of his presence. She lets herself cry, not for him, but for the loss of that vision. She journals about the little things she loved, their Sunday pancake ritual, their silly nicknames, acknowledging their value without romanticizing them. This act of validation, Gottlieb says, is the first step to healing. Sarah's tempted to text Jake, begging for answers. Why did he leave? Was it her? But Gottlieb's advice stops her. Closure comes from within. She writes a letter, not to send, but to herself, pouring out her pain, anger, and confusion. She ends it with, I release you, Jake, and I choose me. Burning the letter in a small backyard ritual, she feels a weight lift. Closure, she realizes, isn't his to give. It's hers to create. Matthew Hussey's voice cuts through Sarah's self-blame. Stop asking what you did wrong, he says. Ask how you can grow. Sarah reflects on her tendency to lose herself in relationships, always bending to please her partner. She signs up for a pottery class, something she's always wanted to try but never did because Jake wasn't interested. Each clay creation becomes a metaphor for rebuilding herself, stronger and more authentic. Hussey's metaphor of pain as a menu resonates deeply. Sarah imagines her heartbreak as a dish she didn't choose but can now embrace for its benefits. The loneliness teaches her to enjoy her own company. The rejection pushes her to set boundaries. She starts seeing her pain as a gym workout, tough but transformative. I'm gaining gears I never knew I had, she whispers to herself, feeling a surge of resilience. Stefan Speak's words hit hard. There's no such thing as the right person at the wrong time. Sarah's been clinging to the idea that Jake was the one, just not ready. But Speaks and Hussey remind her that someone who doesn't choose her isn't right for her. She unfollows Jake on social media, deletes their old photos, and stops checking his Finsta. He's not my future, she tells her best friend Mia, who nods supportively, chosen carefully for her ability to listen without judgment. Speaks' insight about healing past traumas opens Sarah's eyes. She realizes her fear of abandonment stems from her parents' divorce, making her cling to relationships even when they're wrong. She starts therapy, diving into those childhood wounds. As she heals, her vision clears. She sees Jake wasn't her soulmate, but a lesson in self-worth. I was wearing broken glasses, she laughs, grateful for the clarity. Mel Robbins' 30-day detox becomes Sarah's lifeline. She commits to no contact, no texts, no social media, no mutual friends updates. The first week is agony, her brain craving Jake like an addiction. But by day 15, she's sleeping better. By day 30, she feels lighter, her power returning. My future love is ahead, not behind, she tells herself, inspired by Robin's reminder that the right person isn't in her past. Months later, Sarah's at a friend's art gallery opening, laughing with new friends, her confidence radiant. She's not looking for love, but when she meets Alex, a kind-hearted photographer who shares her passion for creativity, she feels a spark. This time, she's different, grounded in her worth, clear about her needs. As they talk, she realizes her breakup with Jake wasn't the end, but the beginning. It taught her to love herself first, paving the way for a deeper, more meaningful connection. Sarah's story isn't just hers, it's yours too. Your breakup, as painful as it feels, is a pivot point. It's a chance to grieve, heal, and grow into the person you're meant to be. As Jay Shetty says, the pain doesn't go away. It just gets easier to carry. Let it shape you, not break you. Thank you for joining us on Podslice Hub. If this episode resonated, hit that subscribe button, share it with someone who needs it, and leave a comment about your own breakup journey. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and remember, your greatest love story is the one you write with yourself.